Goodfellas, one of the best movies of all time.
The
Absolutely.
the movie that put Marty Scorsese back on the map after
Yes.
a pretty rough 80s.
Indeed.
Actually, I
Well,
think maybe the 70s were more rough for him, but
he had Taxi Driver, and then he had in 1980 he had Raging Bull. Ooh, forgot to talk about Raging Bull last week. Sorry.
yes,
It's okay.
after the failure that was, what was it, New York, I Love You, or New York, New York, one of the two. Um, After that failed, Scorsese really went to a huge depression, had a bad coke addiction, and it was Raging Bull that got his spark back. But I think this was the movie, in my personal opinion, that really cemented Scorsese as one of the great directors,
I agree.
American directors.
Couldn't agree with you more, my friend. And you want to know something? This was the film that one, it's actually based off a book Wise Guy by Nicholas Piagelli, which tells the story of Henry Hill from typical Brooklyn kid, Irish Italian, to being an associate of the mob.
By the way, if you ever want to see a fun movie, check out My Blue Heaven. It's based on the same interviews that this movie was based off of. I think they took cues from Wise Guys. Um, it's essentially Henry Hill's life in witness protection.
What's
Okay.
it called? My
But
Blue Heaven.
yeah, but it's a comedy, and it has Steve Martin as Henry Hill.
All right, I'll take a look at that. Thank you. But anyway, I think this was a film that reignited gangster films
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
because because also we had in the 70s we had Godfather and Godfather 2, which these two wouldn't let me talk about. Um, we had the Godfather, we had the Godfather Part 2, and also
Scarface.
we had Scarface, but then gangster films kind of went down a little bit, and then also the same year, Godfather Part 3 came out. And that was nope, don't worry, we won't talk about it tonight, I promise.
Are you sure? We'll give you your time. He's thinking about it.
Actually, no, I wasn't. But you know what? This really shows you that I think, and here's what I always say when it comes to The Godfather and Goodfellas. I think I think The Godfather perfected mob movies, but I think Goodfellas modernized it.
I agree
I
with that.
think I think that's a great analysis of it. And hot take here.
Okay?
I prefer Goodfellas over The Godfather.
Really?
I slightly disagree with you, but I respect that because you know what? I really like Goodfellas too. But you got to think about it this way, though, Justin. With no Godfather, there's no Goodfellas.
Fair enough. Fair
Good,
enough.
good point.
Although Henry Hill's life probably still would have happened, Godfather or no Godfather. So
True, true.
you never really know. Would it have been as good? Probably not.
Folks, this is how you have civil discourse. Take notes.
Yes, take note.
But you also got to look at it this way. Without the okay, dang it, I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, I remember now. But the Godfather and Goodfellas, because here's where I will give you credit here. I think The Godfather is a very romanticized version of the mob,
Mm.
as they're portrayed as men of honor. I think Goodfellas is more realistic.
Yeah, and also it's got a bit more of a zip to it.
A zip,
Yeah,
a little more
zip.
zippy.
Yeah, like Scorsese's decision to not really have a score in the movie, just using popular music from like the 40s and the 50s from the Croner eras. Um,
Up to like the 60s and 70s and 80s.
yeah, and it's just a faster moving picture, I think.
That's fair to say.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say, but no. I love both of them. I love The Godfather. I talked about that 2 weeks ago. I love The Godfather. I love Goodfellas.
Yeah, no disrespect to The Godfather, but
You could
it's
like
just
both. You
yeah,
could like both.
exactly. It's just my personal preference,
Hey, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
and the fact that The Godfather insists upon itself.
That what upon itself?
Insists upon itself.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I was quoting Family Guy.
But no, like again, I'll say it again. I think because again, there was mob movies before The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
The Godfather perfected the mob genre. Goodfellas reignited it, and modernized it. But you know what? Because what makes me think. Don't worry, I won't talk about The Godfather 3 unless you really want me to. But anyway, again, I don't think Godfather 3 is really that bad, and I know a lot of people give me weird looks when I tell them that.
Hey, Bill, what's that red dot in your head?
Oh boy.
You guys gotta stop giving out my address to weird looking people. But anyway,
Relax, Bill. I just gave it to a couple of friends and the entire database of the Pentagon.
You what? Anyway, but what I was saying though is, but when you got to look at it this way. When Godfather, both this and Godfather 3 were nominated for Best Picture, by the way.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Godfather 3 did not deserve that.
Oh, you got to look at it this way though. I think it was sort of like a commentary on staying in the past, Godfather 3, and the future, Goodfellas.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
but now Goodfellas, Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies. I absolutely adore it. It is so quotable. Hey, Justin, how am I funny? Am I like a clown? I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to amuse you.
Hey, why don't you go home and get your fucking shine box?
Coming soon to the Super Review Show. Bill and Justin do Goodfellas.
Ay.
It's funny. I only saw the movie once in its entirety, and
I've probably seen it like 50 times.
But the scenes stick with you. It's so amazing how even after just one viewing from college, no less, the movie is still so vivid in my mind.
That's interesting.
That is just, it's just such a great movie. I don't care what anyone says.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't care what any of you people say out loud. This is a great movie.
Rest in peace, Ray Liotta, too.
Yes. And by the way, Goodfellas should have beat Dances with Wolves.
Oh, totally.
We'll join you on that hill, Bill.
Yes, we're gonna die
now on the hill of Bill say that Goodfellas should have beat Dances with Wolves.
The Bill Hill has spoken.
The Bill has spoken, and I will never be questioned on that one.
The Bill
The
Hill.
Battle of Bill Hill.
Yes.
It sounds like a weird folk song.
Oh God. All right.
Nobody start writing that.
Billy, don't be a hero.
If any of you start writing that, I expect royalties.
Oh God.
Please, to give me your royalties, call 1-800
Got Bill.
Got
Bill. Okay, you'll get off to a good start. Yeah, Goodfellas, great film.